It's night. You're walking through the woods with your friends, when a red object flies across the sky and lands not far from your group. You guys decide to check it out. When you get there, you see the unthinkable. Today's topic, the Flatwoods Monster. September 15th, 1952, in an article published by the Charleston Daily Mail, a monster from Flatwoods, West Virginia is described. The story describes how Edward and Fred May, alongside their friend Tommy Heyer, had been hanging out, when all of a sudden a red object flies across the sky and lands in a nearby farmer's land. From this point forward, Mrs. May, accompanied by Eugene Lemon, went to go investigate. When they arrived at the crash site, they smelled an aroma that burned their noses and made them incredibly ill. An account by Miss May states that about 50 yards away from them there was a pulsating ball of fire. That's when they saw it. It was under the oak tree in front of them to their left. The creature had a spade-shaped head, red eyes, and a skirt-like body. Reports vary, but Miss May's account states that the creature made a horrible hissing sound and then bounded toward them, before changing direction and heading toward the pulsating red orb of fire. The group fled in panic. When they had returned, May contacted the local sheriff and the Braxton Democrat, which is Braxton County's local news. This interview with Kathleen May was found in Frank Fascino's documentary on the Flatwoods Monster. The documentary was made on August 17, 2006.
We got up there, it was making a hissing noise, and it just sounded like it's frying bacon and flipping a silver dollar or something against a piece of canvas, stretched canvas. So we went up the hill and just started around this one little flag, and I thought, I saw something, and I turned on my flashlight, and it just lit up like a Christmas tree. And the top of it came up, now it didn't have arms. It showed from the drawing, it showed arms, but didn't. Right, I'm looking at that right now.
The Flatwoods Monster, nicknamed Braxy, has other accounts than the one given. One account is from a local teacher. He claimed that he saw a red ship take off a few days after May's account was published in the newspaper. These accounts have never been verified and are widely speculated to be publicity stunts. That didn't stop Braxy from becoming an extraterrestrial superstar for many years. There was even a festival held for the creature in Flatwoods, West Virginia. The festival has stopped since 2006. Flatwoods now had a way to market their village to tourism. Many locals, surprisingly, were skeptics, going as far to say that this was all a publicity stunt. Even stranger, Braxy grew incredibly popular in Japan. It was featured in video games, TV shows, and pop culture merchandise. One game to feature the creature is a famous Nintendo game called Tomodachi Life. Tomodachi Life, there are purchasable interiors. One such interior is the Mystery Interior, which features Mothman and, of course, the Flatwoods Monster. However, Braxy was a dying fire, and with no other substantial reports, Braxy was eventually forgotten. Soon, Flatwoods, West Virginia would fall back into obscurity. Flatwoods Monster doesn't seem explainable by any reasonable means, right? Well, actually, the Flatwoods Monster makes perfect sense. In November of 2000, an article on the Skeptic Inquirer website is written. Writer Joe Nickel theorizes that Braxy was nothing more than a common barn owl. Guess what? The details match up perfectly. Spade-shaped head? Check. Hissing? Check. Shining red eyes? Double check. The body shape was most likely nothing more than a bush. But what about the red object in the sky? Well, actually, the day the event occurred was the same day that a meteoroid visible in 3 states flew across the sky. What about the glowing red ball of fire? In the story, they conveniently leave out the fact that there were multiple aircraft signal towers visible in the area. In order to guide aircrafts, signal towers will create strong pulsating red light. But what about the odor that stung their noses and burned their eyes? Simple. The scent was created by a species of grass found commonly in the area. And with that, one of the world's greatest cryptid mysteries turned out to be nothing but a simple barn owl. And with all that said, I'd say this case is closed.